Hey guys, what's up? So, today we're back in the world I started last time, where we checked out the new blocks and how they can be used for building. But today, we're going to be checking out how the new blocks can be used for terrain. Now, previously, that's what hills used to look like for me. Give me a second. Music and sound. Okay, so previously this is what hills used to look like to me, but since grass or moss block looks kind of like grass, I can put it on and have the grass go all the way down to the ground instead of it just being like that. So that's just one way I found how you can use the new blocks for building. We also have new blocks that could be used as a gray palette, like this tough and a bunch of other blocks. Now sadly I don't have these types of blocks available for the forest, and for anyone who doesn't know what that is, you can go check out the playlist. I'm basically just building a large terrain area, and the reason why there hasn't been any updates on that, guys, is because I'm doing a bit more with the 1.17, but after we finish checking all this out, there will be an update video on the forest. So you keep watching my channel and wait out. Look. You know, let's just start building. Okay. So we're gonna start building how we always have, and if you watched basically my first forest video before I started doing the update stuff, you'd see how I build my cliffs. So basically do a dirt layout, and then actually what you do after that, I haven't actually done this ever, but I'm gonna do it now. You set your height, because that's always been a big trouble for me. I will start building, and then I won't set a height, so then it'll just look really bad. But now that we have a height set, we know where to go up to, where not to go past, and it's helpful. So we're gonna get the blocks that we typically use, and we're also gonna grab tough. But also, I'm gonna scroll through the search items area and look for any new blocks. So I'll see you guys after that, and then I'll go over my hotbar when that's done. See you guys then. Okay guys, we're back. So I'm gonna go over my hotbar now. So we have the tough, andesite, stone, gravel, cobblestone, and then we have 4 new blocks that I won't be using in the forest because I've already made so many cliffs with just those original 4 blocks that it would just make it impossible to add these new 4 blocks. But light gray concrete powder, dead fire coral block, dead tube coral block, and dead bubble coral block. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna place them all down, get them out of my inventory, and we're gonna create a gradient with them. So we're gonna put that down there. This is definitely the darkest block, so put that there, and get rid of both of those. These are all kind of the same color. I'd say that there, that there. Okay, so sorry I wasn't talking with that, guys. It's kind of difficult to create a gradient with blocks that all look the same. But on this side we have the darkest, and going through it gets lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick these blocks up in the gradient that we have. Now, you don't have to do a gradient, it's just to your preference, but it's easier to tell which blocks are darker and which ones are lighter. Now, the way that most people build nowadays, that I'm just going to do a flat representation. They'll do like that. Then they'll take the next color, do that, and then they'll take the next, do that, and they'll do that, and they'll do like the gradient going upwards. And what the heck, I'll just leave it. But the way I do it is I'll pick a certain block that I want. And this is where the gradient comes in handy when you're going dark to light. But I don't typically use gradients because the way I build is I take the block that I typically use for everything and put it there. Then I'll take my next layer that I'll sprinkle in and put it there. Then so on and so forth with the third, fourth, last. And I'll basically put it in how I'm gonna build the layers. So basically, if you watch, we're gonna replace all this. Okay. And now what we're gonna do, and for anyone who's seen the forest, you'll know what you'll most likely know what I'm about to do. We're gonna lift it up by 1. Okay. And now this is because you want a smooth transition. So going up by 1 and then out, that just kind of looks dumb in my opinion, because it's just flat, flat, and bam. So what I like to do is I'd take a grass block and then line it this right here. So step up, and then you're up here. Which of course we could have just done that, but it doesn't matter too much. And then we lift by 1, and we basically just continue doing all this until we have a basic outline. You don't want to add any new blocks. You don't want to start sprinkling stuff in yet. So I'll see you guys after I have my base cliff built. Hey guys, what's up? Or should I say welcome back? So I have the base cliff built up. And you can see that this side is shorter than that side, and that's okay. If you like it that way, then build that way. So now we're going to get rid of that because we don't need it anymore, and we're going to take the grass and this is what I would normally do, but instead of doing that this time, I'm going to search moss. And actually the way I was doing it was right. Actually, no it wasn't. No it was not. No it was not. So we're going to line this top part with moss. So now there's a grass area on top, and then if you really want, you can take grass and do all that. But what I like to do after this now is I'll get rid of that, and I'll take some dirt, and in some spots I'll trickle it down. Like that. And then I'll take grass. And do this. So now it looks like there's dirt trickling off the side of the mountain, basically just giving it more texture and other stuff like that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this. I don't want to, but it's gonna be in the way. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our sprinkle in blocks, as I'm gonna call them, and we're gonna sprinkle them in. So I'll do the first one. So basically you just go around on each little level you have and just sprinkle them in. Now don't put them too close. Because we don't want it to look too clustered with one block and then have the rest just be non-existent. So just go through, do all this. And it's important to back up and look at your project from time to time so you can see where you might need to add stuff. Like over there looks pretty good. It's put around pretty evenly, but then over here we have a giant gap where there's not one block, or there's not one of the cobblestone blocks. But after you've done that, you can get rid of that block because you won't need it anymore. And then you can take your next block and go around and start sprinkling that in. Now I'm gonna change something real quick so I can see what it looks like. Because that's what building is, you guys. It's changing stuff around until you get what you like. So, yeah, I think it's basically just up to preference, but I think I do like that a bit more. I don't know. I might change that at some point. But I'll see you guys after I've sprinkled in the rest of these, and basically just do that yourself too, and yeah. See you guys then. Alright guys, we're back. So, I've only been going for about 30 minutes, and I already have this. And this already looks better than the randomly generated Minecraft terrain. But, we're gonna make it even better. Now, something I do want you guys to know, which I didn't do, and I probably should have done, it's smarter to do gravel and anything else that has falling physics last. Because you can't place anything under them after you've placed it. Like right here, if I wanted to put a dead bubble coral block there, if I really wanted to do that, I couldn't. Because I would have to, or I could, it would just take more time because I would then have to replace the gravel also. So it's just smart to do those falling physics stuff last, so you don't have to worry about that annoying falling physics that the game adds. We're gonna go ahead and take the moss block, and actually not do that. We're gonna leave the mountain like this. You can't jump up on it. We're gonna leave it like that. But it looks good, right? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to stair, if I can spell, and we're gonna grab stone, cobblestone, andesite, and that's all because those are the only stuff. And then we're gonna go to slabs and grab stone, cobblestone, andesite, and that's all. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna now sprinkle in stone stairs and cobblestone stairs and other items like this, just to add depth to our mountain or hill. See? Now, don't go too heavy on it, because especially when you have added so many blocks, if you don't want to get rid of those blocks, then it's gonna be hard to sprinkle in stairs. So you don't want to add too many, so that way you can fit all your types of stairs in. But I'll see you guys after I've added in the stairs, and then I'll show you what to do with the slabs. Okay guys, we're back. So, Nick, we've added the stairs in, and it already looks better. But what you can do now with your slabs is pop them down in just random places all over. And what this does is it adds a new plane to your field, to your mountain, as I'm gonna call it. Because now instead of it just being blocks, you have slabs. And it makes it to where your mountain looks a lot more smooth. Now, of course, if you don't want a smooth mountain, you don't have to do this, but I like smooth mountains. So we're just going to take this and sprinkle it everywhere. And once you've done the first one, you can get rid of it, go to the next one. And it's the same thing with the stairs. You don't want to add too many, or else you'll run out of areas to actually add them. But I'll see you guys after I've added all this, and we can check out the final product. Okay guys, we're back again. So, yeah, I've finished with all the slabs. You can see cobblestone slabs everywhere. You can't really spot the stone slabs too easily, but there's some right here, some right there. There's andesite, however you want to say it. And yeah, so basically that's a quick way. That's one way that they can be used for terrain. And no copper made sound when you walked on it. Anyways, yep. Now, sadly, there aren't slab blocks out for like tough or anything like that. But it would be nice if there was. But anyways, that's a way it can be used. Now, you don't have to have such a vertical cliff like I do. You can also have a non-vertical, where it's more like a hill instead of a cliff. But for that, it's a different way of building. You don't use stone. You use straight grass. So you do that, and I'm just gonna grab a grass block. And then you take the moss block and you go up one. And you just continue this process. And get progressively longer and shorter in some areas. And basically you just continue doing this until you get a nice good round hill. It also doesn't have to be round. But yeah, I've done a tutorial for building a hill before. On PlayStation. But yeah, basically this is how you build a hill, and now it's just nice. You can run up and down it. It looks all grass instead of some dirt little layers because we didn't have grass blocks. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, or you just generally enjoy my content, you can feel free to subscribe. It's free and you can always undo it, unsubscribe, and if you want to keep up with my content, hit the bell. Also, share with your family and friends and other people, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.